This British couple survived the Sousse beach attack in June last year. In this CCTV footage, more than 30 tourists were hiding, only a few meters away from the gunman. They were in this man's shop.
It was horrific. Tourists running away from the beach, not knowing where they're going, running in groups naked and barefoot.
Monsuf is another hero who lives close to the hotel. When he saw the attacker passing by, he started throwing tiles at him from his rooftop, which slowed the gunman down.
That day is unforgettable. Since that day, our country has not been the same.
The attack has had a devastating impact on Sousse's economy, which relies almost exclusively on tourism. The number of visitors has dropped by more than 60%, cutting the country's revenues in foreign currency. Tunisia's government has called on the UK and other countries to lift their travel warnings.
Since last year's attack on this beach, Tunisia has tried to not only increase security against potential terror attacks, but also try to attract tourists back to the country. However, it seems the damage has been done.
A number of hotels have shut their doors and thousands of people have lost their jobs. What was once a bustling Medina is now quiet.
Many people moved to construction or fishing. Some immigrated. Others have health issues because of the shock. All in all, it is a total collapse.
Salem is still receiving messages and calls from the people he saved.
It's Becky and Mark. We just want to say thank you so much for getting us in.
Many promise they will come back one day, but in reality, it's going to take years before life here returns to normal. Yusuf Geishi, CCTV, Sousse, Tunisia.
And we can cross over to Yusuf now. He's joining us live from Tunis to tell us more about that story. Yusuf, that attack has definitely left an impact on Sousse. What can you tell us about the anniversary being marked today in Sousse?
Well, there is a low-key commemoration this afternoon on the beach with representatives from the British Foreign Office as well as Tunisian officials. As I said, this is a very bitter day for a lot of people who are living in Sousse or living around the hotel where everything happened. We've been talking to people and they feel that it was yesterday. They feel a lot of regret about what happened. So this day is definitely painful for people in Sousse.
Well, you say from your story earlier there, we've been seeing that attack has had an adverse effect on tourism there in Sousse. What more do we know about this? What can you tell us about the impact, about the effect of that?
Well, 1 year on after the attack happened, Sousse is a totally different town in the sense that we don't see tourists anymore other than a few groups from Eastern Europe, but most people deserted the town. The travel warnings issued by foreign governments are still in place, and this has put people in Sousse in a very difficult situation because this town has traditionally relied on tourism for decades, and thousands of people are working in the tourism sector. Families are gaining their bread from the tourism sector. So when overnight you have no more tourists coming, then you have a lot of jobless people. A lot of investments went in dust, and people are actually now in debt trying to pay back those investments that are worth nothing at the moment until tourism picks up again.
Well, Tunisia itself, though, has made great strides, great gains against the fight against terrorism and particularly the fight against ISIL. What's the latest, though, on the country's efforts in containing ISIL?
Well, Tunisia has been making giant steps over the past year. This year, no incidents happened compared to 2015. We can see police deployed everywhere, especially in tourist towns in the coastal areas in Tunisia. We can see armed policemen patrolling the beaches. But this has not helped Tunisia get the trust of tourists back, and convince them that this is a safe country where they can come back here and enjoy their vacation. The damage has been absolutely great, and it will take years before people are convinced that the country is safe again.
Right, Yusuf Gaiji for us there in Tunis. Thank you.